If you have been struggling to figure out which subject deserves more time and you actually want to balance all your subjects without experiencing what we call an academic burnout, then this is the video for you. I am going to be sharing today about how I effectively managed to get 7 out of 7 distinctions when I was in matric. I am going to be giving you the exact study structure and also give you advices that are going to help you do the same thing that I did and probably even more. Obviously, if you're doing matric and you're doing 8 subjects, you can expect 8 out of 8 distinctions. Okay, so for those of you who do not know me, my name is Sis Londo. I am a 4th year medical student, and welcome to the channel where faith meets academics. So please do not forget to subscribe and also like my video. Everyone who is subscribed to this YouTube channel, they know who we are. We are called the Golden Nation Elite because we believe in excellency and we believe that we are a golden peculiar people. So please do make sure that you join us, and let me just get right into the video of today. So the first thing that I want us to talk about today is my first advice is early morning victories. When I was in matric, I used to wake up early because I believe that when you wake up early, right about 30 minutes after you wake up, you have peak energy. Like, you have peak energy and you have a fresh brain. So obviously after my morning devotion and prayer, I would go right into my studies, and I chose the most difficult subjects for me. In matric, the most difficult subjects for me were subjects that required calculation. For me, that is physical sciences and life science and mathematics. Don't confuse me. Just because I'm saying it's difficult, it doesn't mean that I was, when I say it is difficult, it is because I'm naturally a theory person. So by making sure that I know my weak areas, it gave me the perfect opportunity to focus on them early in the morning. So because I was doing maths and physical sciences in the morning, I would dedicate 1 hour to each of those subjects. It means that 1 hour for what? For physical sciences, 1 hour for what? For mathematics. So it means that I would wake up in the morning to make sure that I am victorious. By the time it's 6 a.m., I've already covered the most difficult aspects of my day, so that even when I come back from school, I do not have to stress about, maths, that difficult formula. So I always did my first difficult subjects early in the morning, and I do also, please do the same. Find the subjects that, really need you to think twice, to think multiple times in the morning, and place them in the morning and call them victories. So the second thing that I'm going to advise you to do is that the easy subject is equal to the playground. As I said, I am a theory person, and based on the fact that I'm doing medicine, it just means that I was a big fan of life sciences. So obviously, because life sciences is an easy subject to me, and it's actually my favorite subject, it meant that I dedicated the time in which I feel as if I don't have energy to study. When you're supposed to study, to start studying, but when you're supposed to start studying, you think about, you think and you overthink about the fact that you have to go sit and study. So for me, the first subject that I would do after coming back from school was life sciences. Reason being, I enjoy it, so it's going to get me in the mood to study. So that was my playground, and that was the most subject that I enjoyed. So I would dedicate 1 hour to doing life sciences, and that is why I got a mark. If you haven't seen my life sciences video, please go through my videos. You will see it. I'll just attach it somewhere here so that you go and search it out and listen to those amazing tips. Okay, so I would do life sciences. Easy subject is equals to playground. So that would actually also get me in the mood to also include other subjects. Okay, so the third thing that I'm going to tell you is that the least favorite subject should mean that you are supposed to get extra support. For example, let me share a little secret with you. Please do not judge me. When I was in grade 10, I chose accounting, but because of peer pressure, I changed accounting, and then I went to geography, and I really loved accounting, but I went to geography because all my friends were there. That's why I said don't judge me. All my friends were in geography class, so I was like, no man, I want to see my besties each and every time, so I'm gonna go to the geography class as well. And that was a big mistake on my part because I didn't like I don't like geology. I don't even remember a thing about weather. That's why I don't even tutor geography myself, because I realized that even though I got a distinction for it, I still just don't like the subject. I can tell you about tropical cyclones and all that, but it's not something I can't remember anything because I didn't like it. So for that subject, I would actually go into YouTube and go and search a video that is going to help me. Maybe let's say I'm studying about tropical cyclones, and the perfect YouTube channel for me was Geography with Dave. Oh, that man is good. That man is good when it comes to geography. I am not sure if there are other YouTubers now who are currently doing geography, but I can tell you that in 2021, that was the best guy for me. And I would dedicate 30 minutes of my day to just listen to a video, because I didn't actually like studying geography. So I would need someone to explain it to me. So I go like, Then that's how I would manage to cover the geography part of my studies. Please do notice, at this time, I've studied for 3 hours, 30 minutes. So for the other 30 minutes, remember, I always suggest like minimum 4 hours of studying. Minimum 4 hours of studying. So for me, I'm now left with 30 minutes. So for that 30 minutes, it would actually go to the easiest subject. So that is my fourth point. The easiest subject should be the last thing you study. And bear with me here, because I'm still going to cover other subjects, because if you have been counting, I've covered, let's say, 4 subjects, and I only do how many? No, now I'm covering the 5th subject. I was doing 7, now I'm covering the 5th subject, okay? So the easiest subject for me was life orientation, and I used to do it at last. Reason being, I was born with wisdom. I'm lying. God gave me wisdom. Wisdom comes from God. So life orientation has naturally been a thing that I'm good at. Like many of us here, we're naturally very good at life orientation. Although, just because you're naturally good at it doesn't mean you don't have to study it. So I dedicated 30 minutes to just going through my life orientation notes. I used to have a specific way that I study life orientation, and I plan to drop a video before you guys go and write your final life orientation paper. So please do make sure you subscribe so that you have access to that video as well. So I would only dedicate 30 minutes. 30 minutes is enough for you to study. Imagine if you're doing it every day. If you're doing it every day, guess who's the genius? You. You see? So that is what I used to do with my life orientation. So if you've noted, I did 5 subjects and in 4 hours. So that is how I used to balance all those major subjects. Obviously, the subjects that I've now left out. So obviously, the subjects that I have now left out are literature subjects. I was doing my home language, which is Tshivenda, and my first additional language, which is English. So, guys, when I was in the transport, I used to use a transport to go to school. So during that time, which I even still do now in medical school, I used to dedicate time in my transport to actually read a book, read a novel for school, read literature, read each and everything for my other subjects, because I know, darling, I do not have time to go at home and sit and read my children my Africa. I really do not have the time to do so. So the perfect time for me to do that is when I'm in the transport, and it actually used to also help me because I would not get bored, and as a Christian, I would not get into, transport politics, all those things that are discussed in the transport, which really do not affect you, so you shouldn't even include yourself in. So it helped me in terms of that department, and it made me balance all my subjects. So I would say, let's say today I did English in the transport, tomorrow I'm gonna do Tshivenda, alternate. So when I'm in the transport, I'm alternating between my languages, and that really helped me a lot. And another thing that you guys don't know, or maybe you do know, but I have to remind you, Goldies, please remember, wisdom comes from God, okay? Proverbs 16 verses 3 reminds us that we must commit all our plans to God, because when we commit all our plans to God, He is the one who's going to ensure the consistency and the fulfillment and the excellence of those plans. So please do make sure that you commit your plans to God, commit your study ways to God. And obviously, this is how I managed to balance my subjects. This is what I saw was working out for me. Obviously, your problem might be English. It might be English. My problem was not English. I'm very good when it comes to my languages. So that's why I used to do them in the transport. life orientation to me got 30 minutes, but for someone else, life sciences might be their biggest problem. So you kind of juggle around. Take the biggest subject that you feel as if needs more time, put it in the morning, vice versa. You can make your own based on who you are as an individual. And obviously, when you are planning all these things, make sure that you do also plan them according to where your energy levels are, which goes on to the video that I posted last when I was telling you guys that you also have to make sure that you do find your perfect time to study. For example, now that I'm in medical school, the perfect time for me to study is actually in the late afternoon instead of early in the morning. So please do make sure that you do that, and when you do that, please come back and comment and tell me how your study routine is currently looking like, because I really hate it to just keep on speaking and I'm not hearing how this is actually going on, because you need to tell me, oh Sis Londo, this is happening. And when you come back to the comments and do that, that is the easiest way for me to communicate with you and for us to interact together. Okay, so please, at the end, that is how I balanced my subject. And finally, I just want to tell you something. You have to stay focused, you have to stay faithful, and you have to stay consistent, because as the Golden Nation Elite, consistency and excellence is our potion. So until next time, please do make sure that you follow me on Instagram. It's Londo Unfiltered. Follow me on TikTok as well. It's Londo Unfiltered. And make sure you follow the most vibrant study academic community ever to exist at Golden Nation Elite. We are only on Instagram and also on our WhatsApp. For WhatsApp purposes, I will attach the link. We are many there, and we have accountability platforms for you to be able to be helped out. So please do make sure that you subscribe, go to the WhatsApp channel, and until next time, it's Sis Londo. See you.